Sunday. It is March 25th, I think, and I'm here again in my patio. I'm really sorry I don't have better locations most of the time to come to you from. I did get a hot spot, and I've been trying, but it's not always, I don't know, it hasn't worked as well as I'd hoped. But I'm going to keep trying and try to bring you some more interesting background, not just this wall. Um, but I wanted to come today and just speak to you about kind of what's going on. So if you've been following at all, you know that in this period of transition for me to a new country, a new home, new way of life, it's been challenging. My son has been sick a number of times, and we're still trying to find a home. We are embarking upon what's called Semana Santa here, which is Holy Week, the week before Easter. And I'm told all the time that after Semana Santa is when a lot of people go home from vacation and housing prices drop. There's a lot more availability of inventory. So I'm hoping if that's true, I'm hoping really soon to find a place to live so I can have another topic to discuss maybe about how we are expanding and unfolding in our home as opposed to being crunched up in a place, a temporary place, and looking for a home. But something else I want to talk about today is if you've ever felt like you've seen people in your life, or maybe you don't know them, but people that you come across or see on TV, could be public figures, and think, wow, it's incredible what they're doing, or I wish I could have a life like that. I think that's kind of common for all of us at different times, just to recognize people and see something in them, whether it's a career or I don't know, some aspect of their lives that you think is interesting and you know, would be worthy of doing the same kind of thing in your life. So I've had that a few times recently since I've been here. Some of it's just house envy, completely honestly, or wishing that I had the means to do more like some people do. Just recently I came across someone, an old college, I couldn't call her a friend really. I mean, you know, we knew each other, we weren't really close in college, but apparently she's been doing some interesting creative work out of New York, and also has some of the international streak that I have, the desires for that. And I was like, wow, it sounds really cool. I wonder what she's up to now. I have no idea. Thing, and which is leading me kind of hopefully to a point of all of this. Yesterday, I went to church with some people here. Yesterday was Saturday, and it was Saturday afternoon, like about 4:30, I think 5 o'clock service, so early evening. Went to church with some people here who are Jehovah's Witnesses. A lot of you out there may have heard, hi, which is some of the crazy stuff, right? Michael Jackson was apparently a Jehovah's Witness for a period during his life. Prince was a Jehovah's Witness quietly, I think, for a while, or maybe, I guess it's when he transitioned from being the microphone-licking Prince to a little more sedate Prince. You know, I'd heard things like you can't do blood transfusions, and you know, the whole door knocking, or you'd want to hide when they came by. But you know, there are people at my son's school who are witnesses, and they seem like nice people to me. And I put out a request on the Facebook page here locally about a Bible study, because I wanted to know about just kind of getting some grounding, especially with all the turbulence I was experiencing. I wanted to find out who was around that might be interested in just talking every now and then about some spiritual principles. Nothing formal, nothing super religious, that's not who I am, but something. So anyway, these people approached me, and you know, of course, they're like, well, we're witnesses, and I think they thought I might run away, but I was curious. So I was like, well, I'm interested. You know, if you were Buddhist, I'd be curious. If you were Jewish or Hindu or Baptist, whatever, why not? So I think the more information, the better. So I went to church with them. And I have to tell you, it was a really nice experience. The hall, the Kingdom Hall, it's like it was a regular building. Actually, it was like an island-style building, but very nice, very kind of, I mean, it's island, so it's not super, super modern in that way, but really super clean. And people, what was really nice is that just like in this area where I'm living, there were people there from all over the world. So there were Italians and French people and Dominicans and Haitians and everybody, right? And it was really cool to hear people speaking Spanish with these different accents. When they did it wasn't really a sermon, it was more like a study, right? They chose some, so there's a theme. It was like, what type of love really brings you the most happiness? If it's self-love, are you caught up in yourself and what you have, and Are you out partying and you think that's going to make you feel happy, or you're just all about your job, or selfish pursuits, or do you love God in the way that is intended? So anyway, and so then there was a person who spoke about that for a while, and followed some scriptural teachings on that. Perfectly made sense to me. And then they went around the room and to the conversation, or it wasn't really add to it. I have an experience. It's what I wasn't feeling fulfilled at home in terms of who I am as a person. I was feeling kind of boxed in and bored, and like life wasn't really feeling vibrant. And I wanted something that was going to make me feel alive on a more regular basis. And by coming here and exposing myself and my child to what we are exposed to on a daily basis, I do feel fulfilled and like I'm doing something worthwhile. I'm able to help people in ways that I could at home, but if I gave $1 to a homeless person at home, for example, or $5, or gave them some food or something, yeah, there was a feel-good element to it, and I hoped that I was doing something good, but it just felt like such a drop in this vast, bottomless bucket. I don't know, I didn't feel like I was really contributing as much as I wanted to, or in a way that felt really meaningful. And here I can do things that I know concretely are able to help people. And so this is some like calling the way of the reason I've come here, perhaps, I don't know. And so to loop this back to the person I saw, ran across this morning, some information about her, who's doing some work that I think is interesting. There are times I feel like, wow, I wish I could do this, or I wish I could be like that. And I think it's just that we all are walking through our own lives and paths and being and doing the things that, I don't know, feel hopefully genuine and good to us. Is this making any sense? Does this make any sense? I didn't write any notes. I didn't prepare anything. I just started speaking because I woke up and I was really feeling like, I'm having some interesting experiences that are making me think about what is my purpose? What do I want to do? How do I want to impact this world, and how do I want to be a better person for myself, for my son, for people around me? I want to offer some type of service. Hopefully it has a significant impact, but even if it's just something small, I've done a number of things here for people that I think have been impactful, and I hope that's, hope it's helped. I don't know. Anyway, it's Sunday morning. I'm still waking up. Maybe I need to have some tea. All right, well, I just want to share that. Maybe some of that makes sense to somebody out there. I don't know. But basically, I'm putting it together. I'm trying to understand why I'm here, what God's... Oh, thank you. Thank you, David. What is my purpose? What is God's purpose for me? I'm moved by the idea that God has me here in this place, but also in my life for a particular reason, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a little emotional. I'm not exactly sure what my purpose is, but I feel drawn to the world. I feel drawn to creative pursuits. I feel drawn to help people and to do things that are not ordinary in the way that I think of ordinary, like just going to a regular job every day and making money to come home and pay the bills and things like that. That doesn't feel enough for me. And so I see people in terms of like recognizing that some people are doing what they have. I see people and I'm like, wow, my gosh, they're making so much money and they're having these lives that seem so comfortable. And I don't have a ton of money. I'm not poor, but I'm not rich. Financially, I'm not rich, but in some ways I'm tremendously rich. I have incredible richness of spirit. I have richness of relationships, and I don't know. So I'm just walking through this, and I decided to take you guys with me today and share kind of what's on my mind, and hopefully my thoughts will crystallize some more in the near future, and I'll be able to make a little more of a focused comment or statement about this, and I'll get back with you and let you know, but I'm going through it. Not in a bad way, but I'm just kind of walking through this, so thought I would share it and wish you guys a good Sunday, a good week coming up. Send me some love about the housing. I'm really ready to get settled. Okay. All right, well, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.